So point 3 is about despondency. Leaders feel lost. Leaders feel that they have fought a hard battle and lost, or is losing. So this is nothing to do. The first couple of points to do with fear. This is to do with more about fatigue. And this third reason is despondency. For these long battles that we face, we try to do things, we try to juggle a lot of balls with a very, very limited amount of resources. And this bone deep kind of feeling or sense that the war has been long, the losses have been many, and the wins not that much. They're not really worth celebrating. People become battle weary. And I'm hearing it more and more and more through conversations and coaching and discussion with other professionals. What's the point? We're tired. We've tried this before. There's no energy left to fight. We're tired. And when you spent years trying to champion change, uphold values, and keep teams afloat, all while watching the financial envelope shrink and demands grow, that takes a toll. Leaders, if they've been asked to deliver more value for money, VFM, than ever before, and then they're often asked to do this with less support for their own well-being, they start to get sick. They start to lose performance. And these roles, that center around looking after adult people first. How do you do that if there's not enough resource for you yourself to look after yourself? And you've got to be honest, it hurts to hear this much and feel this helpless. A lot of the times I hear that statement, the pain is more about the inability to help people rather than the fatigue or the tiredness. I'll give you a quick little blast from the past that most people remember. So when the CIP, the Care Improvement Program, was launched on how the NHS could find efficiencies to improve care for patients, over the course of 3, 4, or 5 years, the Care Improvement Program had a rebrand without anyone knowing and became a cost improvement program. And rather than it being led by clinical teams, it was now being led by finance departments. And this single systematic shift kind of said it all. Suddenly the goal wasn't about better care, about cheaper care. And although, we as leaders and stuff like that try to justify it, ultimately, when you boiled it down at the end of every financial year, when you get into end of Q3 into the start of Q4, you start to see that all it is just a way that we can save some money. And the very good leaders would have worked out ways and done things from Q1, but most people are under so much pressure and get to Q4 and then there's no money there's no cost to become more efficient. There is no efficiency because your day-to-day work has become a balancing act of maintaining quality and slicing budgets, and you get tired of it. You don't feel supported and you're constantly firefighting. Staff are telling you they don't have enough resources. The leadership of the organization say there isn't enough resources and you're being asked to do more and more and more. And that's when people become despondent. And it's hard to see any light at the end of that tunnel. Not about fear, it's about fatigue. Despondency doesn't just affect morale, it affects leadership choices. It makes people kind of like stop pushing, they stop believing, and they kind of then say, well, there's not going to be any change. And to be honest, let's ask ourselves at the center of that for no fault of anybody. And that's when they lose their spark and the whole system, it's like someone's turned the dimmer switch down a little bit, just a little bit.